Action!
You disgust me. Grow up.
How are you, people? Series 2 of What's the Script? Delighted to be back, even though it's only been a few days from the Series 1. Just look at Chris. He's stretching out his creases on his T-shirt. You had a wee accident, didn't you, mate?
Yes.
Spilt juice in his nice white T-shirt, so I had to go into the bottom of the drawer and pull out a T-shirt. It's probably not worn about 9 years because it's will be ironed in about 9 years.
It's sunburnt this.
With some of us came prepared for the movie. I generally wear this underneath everything I wear anyway. My Superman T-shirt.
Aye, super prick.
Super Johnny. So moving forward, folks, once again, thanks for all the support. Series 1. Series 2 will be much of the same. We just wee bits in added on, like this, for instance. We're going to start doing a wee disclaimer for no other reason than just to keep our bums out of soapy water, and that is the views and opinions are solely our own and in no way meant to offend or upset anybody. So we paraphrase, we do impressions, we don't take the piss. So if you don't like it, get to. All right. Chris is not saying nothing.
No comment, my lord.
No comment, my lord. I hate the way they say that in England. They don't say my lord, they go, my lord.
My lord.
Hello, my lord.
My lord.
Like Americans say Craig. Hey, Craig. So, mate, Series 2, I know, let's kick it off. I chose the opener just because of the way it felt, and I wanted to do Superman 2, 1980, the follow-up to Superman the movie, 1978, and 2 hours, 5 minutes, by the way.
Aye. I didn't think it was that fucking long either.
Aye. Is this the first time you've seen it?
It's the first time I've properly watched it right through.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the same with my Superman films. See, genuinely the first Superman film I've seen start to finish was Man of Steel.
Ah, amazing.
It's just, see, like this, I get why a lot of people love it and all that. But I think it's like, see, if you want to watch the first Star Wars nowadays, you would go,
I know. Aye. There's a huge chunk of nostalgia obviously attached to this with me, but you've got to look at this through 1980s eyes, right? Remember, we were having a bit of a laugh back and forth about, because you're Marvel, I'm DC, and you were saying Superman's shite, and I'm like, no, he's no. Like, all American fucking wholesome pish. But see, in 1980, that's what America wanted, didn't they? They wanted the American dream, truth, justice, and all that.
No, you draw comparisons. It's like Captain America. See that? Everything right, stand for everything. It was all that stuff.
Aye.
That.
But there is, which we'll get to throughout the film, for all these good, wholesome stuff, there's a bit of narcissism in Kal-El in this movie, which I will be pointing out, which obviously I didn't see as a wee boy, but he's not just Batman. Kal-El is also vengeance.
No.
So we start off, mate, with Krypton zoning in, and we've got Zod and the crew infiltrating some sort of chamber to break a guard's neck, find a red crystal and snap it. But it's all a big trap, isn't it?
It's all a big ruse just to catch these three bastards and then trap them with 2 hula hoops.
Aye, 2 hula hoops come in, trap them because they're stunning that close together. Which is excellent.
And they just stand and watch a lot. Oh, I wonder what that is.
Aye, brilliant, isn't it, man? So these are the 3 most treacherous villains on Krypton. They're finally caught, and as soon as they're caught, the hula hoops come down. Obviously, it's went to black, and the council come up. Guilty.
See, again, I know it's the 80s, right? But what is their outfit?
Aye.
It's the fucking craft book or something.
It is. You notice it. The worst it looks is when they land on Earth, right? And they're at the water side. And it's then you notice how high Zod's boots are.
Aye.
And there's a hint of brown after them, I know.
Aye. I mean, he could have his balls in his boot.
Aye. It's a far cry. I mean, you're talking a 30-year span between him and Man of Steel's Zod, you know what I mean? Aye. But hey ho, it is what it is. It's nice and shiny. Black bag looking. But there's no death penalty on the Krypton, isn't there? No.
No, they're a good people. They're a good people, the all Kryptons. So they just went, we're going to, what is it called? What is it, the negative zone or?
The Phantom Zone.
Phantom Zone. You're getting sent to the Phantom Zone, you pair of bastards. And this, I don't know, this thing comes.
Listen, we're a good people. We're not going to kill you. We're going to trap you in a mirror until the day you die.
It looks like there's no space because they're all pressed up against it.
Which is quite funny because they're the ones that are convicted of one of many things as sedition. Do you know what I mean? There's a bit sadistic what the council do to them, but they're trapped anyway. And then we have the kind of them getting into space and all that. It's a good, for the 80s, there's a lot of stop animation in this, right? There's ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, do a lot of work. We'll get to that throughout the film. But the big dome and all that, it was really good. It took me right back to the cinema. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just before it, the green screen's pure apparent, but that is what it is.
That is what it is, mate. You can't get fucking everything, you know what I mean? You can't expect today's effects in old films.
No.
You know what I mean?
But when they're shot off, the titles come and there's a recap of the original movie into it, which is pretty decent, man.
Aye. It shows you Superman landed on Earth and coming of age, discovering puberty.
Your own backstory. Only bested by Batman and everything we've ever seen. His fucking backstory.
You'll see, by the way, see Krypton. What a shite place to stay. It just looks all cold, white and pointy.
Jaggy, innit? It's a bit jaggy, man. Jaggy and shiny.
Jaggy.
I wouldn't like to raise a vein in Krypton.
I know, man.
You're watching it. Oh, baby-proof this whole bloody room, man.
Well, where's the soft play? Oh, that'll be the softer diamonds.
It's a far cry for, again, Man of Steel's, but it's a bit more organic and stuff. But there again, is what it is. And it was kind of alluding to what we'd seen in the early comics as well. And because of where the Fortress of Solitude ends up, which is another fucking a funny thing we're going to get to when that happens. So we've just opened it up. It's Clark getting into the Daily Planet in it. And original Clark is so good because nobody notices him. And he's so happy and good morning, hey, how you doing? And he's about to say hello and nobody gives a monkey's there.
You can imagine that person in your workplace, couldn't you?
Aye.
Just a morning person, you just, fuck off you. You know what I mean?
Especially in the hustle and bustle, the major newspaper in that city, which is Metropolis, aka the Big Apricot, aka it's really New York, you know what I mean?
I mean, as he's trying to say hi to everybody, isn't he? And just goes right under the radar. Nobody's got any time for him or fuck all.
Nobody notices, so much so that it's time to turn his back on the hat stand, take his hat off, fling it up in the air, and it just lands perfect.
Aye.
If you ever get the chance, go into YouTube and watch the making of Superman 2. See how many times he tried that.
That's what I mean, see the wee smirk. Do you think that was like...
Aye, look, dude, perfect. Yeah, go on it, fucking brilliant. Take 9,362. They quickly learn that he's talking to Perry White, who's the leader. I am the leader of the newspaper. He's the chief editor of the Daily Planet. He's kind of Marvel's version of Jonah Jameson, you know what I mean? Except a lot less fucking irate. And he's just saying that there's a terrorist take over the Eiffel Tower, isn't he, mate?
Aye. He wants the information on these terrorists, but Clark being Clark, he's just terrorists. What's going on there? I know what I mean. Does Lois know? Lois left this morning. Went for France.
Aye. In 1980. So I can only imagine Concorde travelled to Metropolis, and between Metropolis and Paris at that time, because there was no shuttle, there was no tunnel.
No.
You know what I mean?
No, definitely not.
But so Clark's all worried as soon as he finds out Lois is there, and then Perry just keeps talking, turns his back on him. When he turns around, he's away.
Aye, he's gone. I wonder if Hangme. See that? I wonder if they took that face Superman and gave it to like Batman, because that's his thing as well, isn't it?
I just disappeared.
Aye, talking to people and then fucking both he's away.
Aye, but the Batman, we see it for the person he's talking to's perspective, whereas in this, you kind of see him ducking out and all that. But right away, this is a poorly written bit because he travels all the way down the stairs and out the building and into the nearest alley before he changes, which is stupid because the movie previous, he just opens the nearest office window, jumps out and changes, you know what I mean? Which you think Superman would. But that is what it is. Runs through the alley, changes, and he's off to Paris.
How many shots does he go through?
Oh, mate. Very good. Must have a standing order at Slater's. You in again? I've just seen you 2 days ago. I gave you 10. What you did with these shots, mate? You're a serial killer. Is that what you're a serial killer?
Aye. Oh, fucking
but they're super shots, mate. They dump them. They turn into the Superman suit. Super shirt.
So the next time we're in fucking Paris, aren't we? And everybody's accent's amazing.
Oh, it's super. Absolutely super. Even the terrorists, man. And one of the terrorists is Harry Potter's uncle.
Aye. I think that's the guy for fucking, is it Naked Gun?
Richard Griffiths.
Aye, I'm sure he's in a Naked Gun episode.
Right.
Episode of movie. You know what I mean?
Aye. Well, it did used to be a series before it was a movie.
Aye.
Police Squad, it was called. See the way it starts with a wee police siren going through people's kitchens and all that. There you go. That's something you can watch after. But you're right, mate. Accents and stuff. Terrorists are up the Eiffel Tower. They've got a hydrogen bomb, which is a nuclear bomb to us fucking people in the present day and age. It demands money, I think it is, or they're going to blow up Eiffel Tower and most of Paris with it. They've got hostages and shit, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Aye. And it's just Lois here. She's here and she's like, they've got a hydrogen bomb. And the guy's like, who are you talking to, you cheeky bastard? I know.
They could blow up the whole Paris. She's just fun at the time you go to. No bother. That would have stopped your hen, wouldn't it have?
See Etta, she goes like that, she looks at it and then stoops down and creeps away. Mind that gif you used to send me? It was like the mad monkey, like that.
Mad monkey. Monkey donkey.
That's why she creeps away in the middle of a fucking crowd. I'm like, who are you hiding for?
Oh, I need to find that gif again, man. I forgot about that gif. That's brilliant. I need to send you that when fucking Jerry's coming down. It's not a Jerry monkey. It's not a donkey monkey. Aye, so she uses the French phrase book with the police to ask him what stairs is in French.
Aye.
And she ducks away up the Eiffel Tower, starts climbing the stairs. And it was on location. They done this in the Eiffel Tower in Paris. A lot of people were saying, aye, none of it didn't. I did it. It's quite clear. Some of the shots you can see, it's no green screen, man.
Aye.
It's the grainy camera that's used. You know what I mean?
Aye, definitely. You can tell the difference.
But she's up the stair. The terrorists are having a word with each other, just saying, it's okay, we'll not have to do this, we'll get the money and all that, they'll get into their demands. The police are watching them all the time, and they notice for their binoculars they're counting the terrorists. Superman's still on his way. This guy that went round the earth in half a second is still on his way to Paris, right? So I'll say it before you say it, Chris. Fucking knew it was coming.
Oh, you've stolen my thunder!
Bastard. Don't worry, there's plenty of other opportunities. But she climbs under the lift and braces herself in there for what reason, I know not why. You know what I mean? And the police are deciding once the elevator's empty, they're going to blow the brakes on the lift, aren't they?
Aye, because was it the terrorists say they're going to have the bomb in the lift or something like that? And it's a case of if they blow that up, they kind of prime the bomb for explosion. But
which again, another bit of faux pas. When that lift hits the bottom of Eiffel Tower at 150 miles an hour, I think that could be described as a detonator.
That's fucking mental. This is just and that's the other thing I've seen when she's climbing under the lift. I don't know how this happened, but she ends up with a bag strap is hooked on some wee piece of metal, and I'm like,
Aye.
Fucking bag snatching the elevator.
Aye. And obviously she's mock it for the actual breeze and all that kind of stuff, but she looks down and as a fucking, obviously some drap, and she starts trying to take her mind off it by saying, Pulitzer Prize, Nobel Prize, and all that. She's saying she's doing this for an award. It's fucking quite good. But obviously the police have got eyes on this elevator, but they don't have eyes underneath the elevator, do they?
Nah, very shite. But
it's very shite, that.
But they just decide, we're going to blow these brakes up and we'll get this bomb away for these fucking tow rags. But it's already primed in it when they decide to blow the brakes. Know
that there's a control panel still attached to the bomb, and Harry Potter's uncle's fucking about with it. So when the lift breaks, the brakes in the lift blow, lift drops with a bomb, and he inadvertently switches it, primes it, looks at his pal and goes, "It's armed." Oh no!
Oh no, I've started that.
Where's Superman at this point? Is he cleared over yet?
I don't know where he is. He's fucking like, oh, here. I sense trouble because he speeds up, didn't he? He goes, oh, I better fly quicker.
So Lois is underneath this lift. The lift is racing towards the ground at faster than Superman can fly kind of rate. Superman, just a bit before the bottom, comes up the lift shaft, grabs her, doesn't he? Gets a lift.
He's like, fancy meeting you here.
I believe this is your floor. Superman. Amazing.
This is why I don't get Superman. It's like every 80s dialogue all rolled into one. You know what I mean? It's like,
but this being 1980, this could be the catalyst for 80s dialogue, so he gets away with it all right. Now, at this point, I need to nod to Margot Kidder, right? In 1978, when the original movie came out, obviously, she was one of the best-looking candidates to be a Lois Lane about, which is horribly shite, because she's not the best-looking lass in the world. However, her acting is good. She's funny. She doesn't take any shite. No, I like her character. So I wonder if at selection stages, it was just her ability to act that got her by the fact that she's no bra looking.
That's it, mate. Quality.
It's like the first time he catches on the first movie. I got you. You've got me. Who's got you?
She does deliver her madness on point, doesn't she? Especially the bit of Niagara Falls. I'm like, see that? I'm going to ridicule that, but
I know why. But you need to watch about saying the word madness when Margot Kidder's involved.
Aye, she was the Maw and Amityville, wasn't it?
She went off her bin, mate, after filming that, and ended up in a mental asylum. There's a documentary out there for people that like horror, especially about October now, you know what I mean? It's called The Curse of Amityville, and MD associated with Amityville horror has went by the way of fucking unfortunate things, you know what I mean? And she was one of them. She's no long deed, to be honest with you. She got out the loony bin and fucking obviously forgot how to integrate into society properly. God rest you, hen. You were a good Lois. So what happens next, mate? He's got to lift into. She's like, oh, there's a bomb, there's a bomb, there's a bomb.
And he's like, trust me, I know there's a bomb. Bombs are your speciality. Like,
excuse me, hen. I ken there's a bomb. If you'd like to fuck off after the lift, I'll get it out of here.
But the next thing, he flies up Eiffel Tower, didn't he? But what was a good bit for the time? See, busting out the top of it. That was well done. That
I thought you were going to say on the way to the top of it, because you see him underneath it.
Aye,
the lift.
The whole thing, mate. But see that, see that busting out at the top. It was like, you know, that kind of looked real.
That was good. It was good, but right after that, considering how long it took him to get to Paris, he gets like 40 mile above the Earth's surface pretty fast, didn't he?
Aye. By the moon at this point, isn't he?
Aye.
Throws this elevator into space.
Mm-hmm.
And it explodes. And obviously it lets off these shockwaves through space, doesn't it? Which I don't know how that works in space, but fuck it.
Earthlings physics doesn't allow that, but hey. This is a comic book movie in 1980. We'll let it ride. So you see the shockwaves, and obviously they reach the Phantom Zone, which is the wee mirror flying about with General Zod, Non, and Ursula in it.
Aye. I've just taken to calling them the Three Amigos.
The Three Amigos. Trio. That's a favourite biscuit, a trio.
Oh, mate.
Make them anymore. They were fucking brilliant.
Aye, but that's the aim out of the Phantom Zone. And they just just look at it going, oh.
I know why they've been able to escape later in the film, because that one scenario that could let them escape happens, you know what I mean? But hey, it works. Pretty poor animation, it burning up and stuff like that, even for back then. They could have done it a bit better, but it tells a story, you know what I mean?
Aye. And they start flying towards the moon, isn't it?
Aye, that's the nearest planet's the moon, aye. So start flying towards that, and then we cut back to Clark running across the road, going to his work in the morning.
Aye. Just Clark's there on one side of the street, sees Lois. Then, hiya, how you doing?
Yeah, Lois is a guy's name.
I know, mate. That's what I'm at. Lois Lane. Fuck off.
Is that my boy, aye? That's my boy, Lois.
Hey, Bernard, does it, aye?
Bernard.
But the next thing, Clark runs across the street and gets crashed into by a taxi. Not a person goes, the fuck do you have in the morning for your breakfast? Someone's had their Weetabix.
A taxi in rush hour traffic that must have been gone no more than 5 to 10 miles an hour, but caused such an impact in Clark's leg that the fucking full front end caved in. However, see, when I was 10, mate, I was walking down the town with Ian Warren, pal for school, just at the bottom of Hope Street, ready to go under the Haleman's umbrella, and a Yugo, I'll never forget it, a Yugo hit me in the leg, and its bumper fell off. And I never got a fucking... I swear I never felt a thing. I was like, oh.
Were you wearing that T-shirt by any chance?
Superman here. It was the first thing I thought it was that film, man. It was Ian's looked at me and went, oh, did you feel that? You all right? Like, no, never felt a thing, mate. Specs off. Hello, here we go.
And then
Fly away, didn't he? What?
Some mad bastard gets out the motor. You wee prick.
If you remember a Yugo for the early 90s to the late 80s, oh, for Jesus. No wonder the bumper fell off. The prize never caved itself in. But he's shouting Lois, Lois, as usual. Clark Kent, he fucking hits the car and end up at the office, didn't he?
Aye. And what is it? Lewis?
Lois.
Lois?
Lois. Lois.
It's all shite jobby. Fucking.
I'm totally fart.
Aye, she's got a new health kick, isn't she? She's fucking talking about, you get so many, what is it, vitamin C in your body, it keeps you alive or whatever. Like,
she's telling Clark all of this while she's got a fag hanging out her mouth. A bit like Begbie when he's drinking the whiskey in the pint and saying, don't put any of that shite in my veins. You know what I mean?
It's not in my body. But aye, she's wasting a full pack of oranges, isn't it, to get half a cup of juice?
A thimble full of orange juice. And Clark does what Clark does, and can I have a shot? And crushes his thumb and all that. And see, I'm no Superman. Get away. They then pan to the prison. We've got Lex and Otis. Dun, 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 dun. They're up in the laundry.
And I thought it apt that he was in the jail, that wee guy, because I'm sure he was a wee guy that was bummed in Deliverance.
He was, mate. Aye. Roundly bummed.
Squeal like a pig, boy.
That's horrible. I've seen that once, mate. I can't watch it again. Honest.
I'll watch it when I get lonely.
Jesus Christ. You've just, oh no. I've just get fucking visions of you with a peanut butter whistling on the dirt.
Dancing about the living room like Buffalo Bill.
I'm crying over you. Oh dear. Put some lotion in the basket. Put the fucking lotion in the basket.
That's me talking to a wee guy in the Asda. Put the lotion in the basket.
Aye, I'll shout at your wains to put stuff in the basket. Put the fucking Pop-Tarts in the basket. So we're in the prison. Lois, you've got me saying stuff like that. I don't need you to say. Lex and Otis talking about how they're going to get out of here. And he's talking about this little black box that he's got that picks up alpha waves. I didn't even search to see if alpha waves was a real thing. Mad Otis says, "Oh, that little black box that's in the cell." Shout it on it.
Fucking job you. Oh, but I've got the old what is it? The black and white stripes. You're like that. Oh wow.
Proper prison attire. Proper comic book prison attire. But Lex is basically saying his wee black box picks up alpha waves, which no other radar in the world can pick up. So he knows where Superman's coming and going.
And he's
obviously
made
it doesn't pick up the fact that he's on the Daily Planet. Fucking all the time. He's made this wee black box out of matchsticks and fucking toothpaste. You know what I mean? But prison contraband, that's right.
Yeah.
It's fuck all compared to the hologram thing he makes, man. Tell you that. So they're going to track Superman. They know he's going north. As soon as he gets out, he's going to investigate. But then on the moon, mate, aren't we?
We astronauts up on the roof there, having a wee foot in a boot.
Up the roof? They're up the roof. You know, man.
That says a foot in a boot.
A foot in a boot. Hello, what are you doing up there? Oh, nothing. Just foot in my boot here.
Oh, what are you doing up on the moon there? Oh, I'm up here hoovering. There's often a lot of dust up here.
Aye. They're up in the moon, which nobody's managed to achieve since the moon landing. Do you know what I mean? Because we forgot the technology out the Earth's solar system. But they're on the moon, and three amigos arrived, didn't they?
Aye. The wee guy, he's sitting inside the vessel, and the next thing he's like that. What? I just seen something flying by there. What did it look like? I'm sure it was a woman. You drink again, you bastard.
Because he's on the radio to Houston, and how's it looking out there, Artemis? Mighty pretty, sir. Mighty pretty. I must be dreaming. I think I seen a girl. Girl? But Ursula lands and she confronts the first astronaut, didn't she?
Aye. And she sees like a wee badge on the astronaut's chest. And she's like, what is this? Like your leaders and stuff.
She's badge staffed.
and in the next bit, she just volleys him in the balls right across the moon. Imagine being kicked in the balls across the moon.
Aye. Apparently, he's still gone. Whatever it is. He's actually on a trajectory with Chris Waddle's fucking penalty miss for the 1990 World Cup semi-final. Two of them are just about going to meet sometime in the near future. She rips it eye because she's ripped his badge off. She's badged after lassie, man. Fuck taking her Ibrox. Her scarf would be fucking weigh about 9,000 stone. Or the badges on it on show. So she's done that. And Big Non, he's a mute. He's a big dolly bastard. He's a big fucking.
Aye, I've fucking called him Big Dafty here.
Aye, no, he doesn't. It's Zod. Sorry, he gets the cosmonaut. There's a Russian in the trio, and what's it does to him again? I can't remember. He just fucking.
I'm sure he grabs his oxygen line.
Aye, pushes him, doesn't he?
Aye,
and then
flips him.
Snaps off his oxygen line. So 2 murders right away, and then Big Non lands on the capsule.
Aye,
you guys try to get off the moon.
Aye, and there was, by the way, no countdown to fucking lift off when it came to this. No. It was just abandoning his bodies on the moon. Aye, I'll be back.
Aye, fucking treehouse on stilts. I'm attempting a manual takeoff. Oh no! Oh no! He's crushed. Another murder. 3 murders. They're not even on Earth yet. They're just in the moon. Mm-hmm. They start discussing the fact that they're noticing they've got powers. And, you just fucking realised that when you flew to the moon. You've got powers.
But that's what she says. We told that thing. Apparently, it was paper and stuff, and they're all like, it must be the sun. It's the sun there.
No, it's not a moon rock. It's the sun. Definitely the sun that's giving you powers. But they get back to Houston, and you notice who one of the guys in the Houston was.
I thought it was him. It was in Batman Begins.
Aye, that is. But who's the other guy with the beard?
I'm not sure. I must have.
Cliff. Cliff for fucking Cheers.
Is it? Oh, mate, I'm going to go watch it again.
He goes, I thought he said a girl. I thought he says a curl. What's a curl? They don't seem fucking too perturbed at all about losing communication. It's, fuck them. So,
aye, and the whole astronaut team has been malkied on the moon, you know what I mean? But
they think Earth is called Houston because I've heard them saying Houston, blah, blah, blah. So we will go to this planet Houston and we will rule, finally. Bad term stamp. It looks as if he's like coming off of drugs the whole way through this, man. He's like a bile shite and he's got eyes like Christopher Lee in every Hammer horror film you've ever seen, man. And Ursula's got the kind of exact same complexion as Lois. Fucking Skeletor.
Oh, mate. It's as 80s bands go, it was the look. It's like the anti-ABBA.
Oh, Jesus, fuck, aye. Fucking Shabba. So they're on the way to Earth. We then go back to the prison. Lex and Otis attempting to break out of prison. So it's lights out time, innit, mate?
Aye. The guard's walking down, taking numbers, telling him to turn the lights off and all this. And he passes Alexis and he doesn't turn his light off. Next thing he goes in and you see Lex and Otis playing cards. But he steps into the cell and the two of them disappear like, oh. And the guard doesn't go, oh, there's something not right here. This mad genius bastard has just disappeared. Steps back and he sees what I could only presume is like alien tech. It's some fucking
tremendous. I'm sure they used this in the first Avengers film.
Oh,
it's the most tech savvy thing you'll see in the whole film. And I believe that was actually used as part of the supercomputer in Superman 3, the next movie I know. So there you go. Wee bit of trivia there. So it's a hologram, isn't it, mate? He's rigged up this fucking hologram with fucking cigarettes and fucking bars of soap.
Exactly. I mean, see, this is Shawshank Redemption. Lex would have been out of there in fucking a day or two.
Easy peasy. But so the guard doesn't sound the alarm right away, obviously, because that'd be fucking stupid. While this is all going on, the real Lex and Otis are outside doing the usual fucking comedy prison break, walking along the wall, stop, and then the spotlight goes on. Does the Vic in the back of his seat? Hackman, he just goes like that. Oh! fucking love Gene Hackman. He's one of the best actors about. I've done this for 4 movies. I'll fucking never know.
Oh, mate. It's so much range.
Definitely. Even to go bald and all. But sent to Otis. See, fucking Skis is catching this. It says to Otis, would you go out into the middle of the yard and look for a thing?
He's like, oh, what's the thing? And just this mad ladder into it.
You'll know it when you see it. And then he does the fucking Scooby-Doo thing, goes out, ladder swings behind him, turns around, ladder swings behind him again. And then it fucking right into him. Oh, I found it, Mr. Luthor. I found it. What is it? It's a ladder. Oh. And it's Miss Tessmacher in a fucking hot air balloon. So Lex fucking shins it up. Otis holds a ladder. And it's Otis's turn to go up the ladder, but he's stepping on the fucking ladder and pulling the balloon down into it.
And fucking, what's his name? Lex is like, it's full, you're too heavy. He's just picks the ladder up. But you dirty bastard.
And then poor Otis is left there when everything goes fucking tits up.
Fucking every guard under the sun's it. And he's just waving.
Just waving. You saw it. I take it, Mr. Luthor. And I'll be back to the jungle to get fucking arse raped. So then, after this, we're in Kennedy, we're at Niagara Falls. Oh, it's beautiful, eh? It's a big bit of water, hey?
That's when Clark and Luce enter the porn fucking hotel. Oh, you can tug on this fire and the fire goes up and then
the bellhop, he's a wee dick, man. A smarmy little bastard. And what they're there for is they're under the guise of a newlywed married couple to expose fucking how honeymoon couples are taken advantage of by big corporations and hotels and all that pish. Yeah. The wee bellhop's going through this mad fucking pink pimp room, man. It's like Huggy Bear's shat a room it.
It's got there's a pink bear and everything on the flare.
He's pulling, these are flames of love. If you want the flames to go high, you just pull this. Big bit of point at his willy. Pull this.
It's like that bit, seen a bit, he walks in, he just throws all the bags down in the flare.
Aye.
I'm like, aye. Yeah, wee prick. Get that picked up.
Fucking bellhop and all that. Aye. Get up to it. First of all, before they even get in the room, he offers if he needs a hot carrying her at the threshold. Aye. You know what I mean? If you need a little help, you're all right, mate. Take the 97 bits of chewing gum out your mouth.
Aye. But eventually he fucks off in it, and then Clark kind of sees an opportunity here to try and woo her, doesn't he? And it.
So I was thinking about the arrangements. What arrangements, Clarks? These sleeping arrangements. Mr. Smith, yeah? The complimentary couch.
Right. Gotcha. He does a good Clark.
Oh, Clark's brilliant.
Aye. That's one thing that you don't really get with the Man of Steel, isn't it? No, you don't really get that.
It's all Superman.
Aye.
It's all Kal-El away from Clark.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you're no in this day and age you're no seeing through a pair of fucking specs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially where Henry Cavill is fucking like concerned. You know what I mean? But you're right, mate. It's a good observation that there's not a lot of Clark because it is a bit implausible, to be honest with you. But his Clark, smashing, just a big goofy sap of shite, you know what I mean? And everybody loves him, but they wouldn't miss him if he wasn't there kind of guy, which is great. And only bested by Brandon Routh Clark. It's the exact same as his. Perfect same, man. But there we go. So what's next? North, Miss Tessmacher. North.
Aye, that's how he's still flying north to fucking discover where Superman goes, doesn't he? He's like, and her, his wee assistant's like, why are we even out here? Why am I even here?
I know. This your idea of a good time? That's Tessmacher. She was the first one I know, but aye, she's obviously didn't learn a lesson. She freed Superman at the end of the first one to let him go. But there we go. She's got a wind shaft, man. Back to Niagara. Lois takes Clark's specs off at the side of the Niagara Falls because they're all misted up and all that.
And here it is. Fucking, I guess your glasses here like that, and you went, do you know who you look like? It's like, and I went, see you're supposed to be this brilliant, clever journalist, investigator, and you're fucking fooled by a pair of shitey specs out to fucking slap you into that Niagara Falls.
You're about 6'7", aren't you? Your man's about 6'7".
Yeah. How come you're never about when the big guys are here flying about and all that?
Well, that kind of breaks her concentration because there's a wee boy fucking walking the tightrope on the banister above Niagara Falls, and Clark goes, son, get down from there. She's having a wee think to herself and she brushes it off. Then she realises she's fucking starving and sends Clark away for a hot dog and orange juice, freshly squeezed. I know.
Aye, that same wee boy. But I think she's taking pictures of Clark as well, isn't she?
Aye, going to the hot dog stand.
Aye, because he fucking looks at Superman through the back. You stupid. Fucking.
Aye, she's still swithering. You know what I mean?
But then the next thing that wee boy falls after, didn't he? No fooling, mister.
Seen the way he did, man. I thought he was going to, like, sailed into safety because his flares just catch the wind. Go pure woof. That size, man. That was a cracking shot of him. But Superman's obviously heard the screams and all that, ducks behind the hot dog stand, flies down, gets a wee boy who's absolutely soaking, saves the day and all that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Again.
Aye. Oh, so you're my hero and all that. Yeah. Again. Listen, you wee prick. No. It's one shot and that's it. Away you go. And Lois she's trying to get Superman's attention, isn't she? And he just takes off like, oh, that's me stunned again. Oh, you big bastard, you.
It's me. It's Lois. It's Lois Lane. Hello, goodbye. Seeing as you were just in Niagara Falls, and Clark's not here as usual. Know what I mean? Super sleuth that she is.
And I'm like that. Fucking holding back absolute anger.
I know, I can imagine you, mate. Marc comes round for the back of the hot dog stand whistling, picks up his hot dogs, straps the money and makes his way back.
Aye.
Only 10 metres away, but again, it's Lois. Does it all the time. That's my one bugbear about it, man. She could be in the fucking across from in a desk. Lois. Know what I mean? And she's like that. And she just, where were you?
Aye. Superman was here and you weren't here, and you're like that.
The distance between the hot dog stand and the edge of Niagara Falls and all is maybe 40 feet. He never realised Superman was here.
Aye. Know what I mean?
Rather than just go, no, I know, I seen him, I couldn't get near you for the crowd.
You'll just go like that. Yeah, everybody ran down there, so I went to the front of the queue. You know what I mean? That's...
I'd have come back with fucking 40 hot dogs. Nobody was at that hot dog stand there. Honestly, man. What are you wanting? Onions, no onions, mustard, ketchup, what are you wanting?
Fucking brilliant.
After you.
But it's just... Nah, that was always my gripe as well. See, with Superman, I'm not a soul can recognise you, who's on the telly every time you do something brilliant through a set of specs.
Aye.
I'm like, I don't know.
Like like you've said, today's day and age, it just doesn't cut it.
Aye.
by being on every kind of platform you can possibly be. People zooming in on the photos. It would have been, you know what I mean? Specs didn't cut it. But again, this is a more innocent age, I suppose.
No Country for Old Men, is it? more innocent times.
You've been sitting in that for fucking 7
fucking
podcasts. Aye, all right then. So next minute, we're in the North Pole, and Lex and Miss Tessmacher have basically arrived at the Fortress of Solitude, didn't they?
Aye.
It's fantastic. Fantastic.
Aye, he's impressed, isn't he?
Aye.
It's a heady as this architecture, this design, and I'm like, you've walked into a cave.
He loves a jaggy thing. Well, so did Ting, mate. So did did you cry him? Fucking Kevin Spacey. He fucking tried to create his own land, didn't he? In the shape.
So he did.
Darker, right enough. But Lex is well impressed. The structure, he says the architecture goes way beyond human physics and blah, blah, blah. He's just in the door and he can see all this because he's some man. You know what I mean? Finds a control panel, doesn't he?
Aye. And he starts footering about with these wee crystals, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Starts putting them into place, and it's then that he finds out this is like an archive sort of thing, isn't it?
Right.
He says to us, "Give me that crystal there, that one there," and I'm like, "They're all the bloody same."
The big one. And these are all, as you say, mate, it's the archives. This is where, in the Superman 1, when Kal-El leaves Smallville, he walks to the fucking North Pole, which is no fucking mean feat, but we'll get to that fucking shortly and all, let me tell you. And he spends the next kind of 10 years there learning about humanity and history through the archives and blah, blah. By the time he's finished, somebody's changed him and he's Superman. Whoa, put this on me. So Lex is obviously thinks this is all amazing. Tells her it's an archive. They're no here. They died long ago. Blah blah blah.
That's when he
find out about Zod.
He finds out about Zod in it because
lucky that, wasn't it?
It's like Hannah wants it. I love it when a plan comes together.
So Lara is saying that talks about the 3 criminals for Zod, the trio, as you say, mate, and we have thingied them to the Phantom Zone. However, just one thing break them out of the Phantom Zone. The fucking shockwaves in space for a nuclear blast. You're kidding me on. Really?
What did you mean that? If there were to be an exploding elevator in space, we could be doomed.
Oh, Jesus. Which has happened not fucking 2 acts ago.
Exactly.
So he finds a suit, says to Tessmacher, wow, these criminals sound like my kind of people. If we could get them on board, nor that, if they're on the right earth. Why would he know they're on the right fucking... I don't know. They could be fucking quite handy. So back to Canada, mate, and the wee scene that I've fucking entitled Bye Bye Baby.
This is... I'm just calling her Lewis. Fuck it.
Right, mate, just call her Lewis. Just call her Davey or something. You know what I mean? Whatever comes off the tongue better for you. That's the bit where Brian fucking calls Clark's bluff, mate.
Well, Lewis. She's still... I'm sure you're that Superman boy.
You don't have an answer, you know.
There's a fucking want with you. But see, that is also a thing as well. But see, with Spider-Man, I hang me that as well. I'm going, why is nobody told that you're never about when he's fucking here? And then you've always got the best pictures, know what I mean? It's fucking...
But doesn't give a fuck, man. I'll get you $40. 200. See the girl.
Aye. So she's got an idea, doesn't she? She's like that. Either Superman will come rescue me, or you've got a hell of a story to tell.
She calls his bluff. She went, I'm so sure that you're Superman, I'm willing to bet my life on it. And like you said, mate, she says, either way, Superman will come and get me, or you've got one hell of a story. And he goes, God, you're stupid. What you like? Lewis, Brian, Malky. What you like? Davey. She goes like that, okay, bye, baby. And she fucking lobs herself into the rapids, didn't she?
Aye, but the Bill Clark plays this half well here.
Really does, mate.
Aye, just running about. And see what else I was fucking howling at. Sees he's running down the river after, and he's going, Peter! There's couples just walking by like that. Oh,
Niagara, it's so romantic, isn't it? Oh, look at that woman drowning.
I'll tell you right now, there's a good chance you're getting your hole. There's a good chance, yeah. Meanwhile, he's running by.
How romantic is this?
Aye. Peter! Fucking grab that stick!
So she's in the water, right? She goes in the rapids, she's screaming. But she sounds like she's got a mouth full of fucking gobstoppers or something. It's no water. He's running down there, still saying excuse me to get by people and all that. And Lois, swim.
Watch out for the rocks.
But does direct the specs for a wee millisecond, laser beams a branch off, shouts for her to grab the branch, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Aye. Eventually she comes to shore, and he goes down to help her out. And the old Clark thing, be clumsy, falls into the water.
Nice touch.
Aye.
Just an added bit of touch. I've come down to burrow you in, then I'll fall in. Oh, help me.
Aye.
I believe you were Superman.
Exactly.
This is embarrassing.
See, that's good. I can get behind that shit. I can get behind that. Know what I mean? And yeah. Clark maintains his disguise. Know what I mean?
It does well. So it's a good wee scene that. Zod has just arrived on Earth after this, and you see a wee fisherman in a boat watching their arrival, and he's sitting obviously having a wee whiskey in his coffee, and can't believe what he's seeing, can't you know?
Aye. Because the next thing Zod walks across the water like Jesus.
Aye.
You know what I mean?
Lands in the water and then just floats up and walks across the water, which is excellent looking. We know how it's done in this day and age because it's been done a million times, but it's still fucking pretty decent.
Yeah.
That wee guy in the fishing boat is in the opening credits of Superman 3 and gets custard pied and fucking knocked into a ditch and everything. It's quite funny, man. Obviously left the Hicksville to go to Metropolis for a wee sightseeing tour. And it's fucking. You need to watch the opening of Superman 3, is what I'm saying. So Ursula picks up a snake, right? Again, this is a poorly written bit because she's looking at the snake and all that. What kind of creature is this? And the snake bites her and it hurts her.
Aye.
Shouldn't hurt her.
Exactly, mate. That's again, I was like that because you're going, what a primitive life form. It's just, and then it bites her. She's like, you bastard. And then shoots it. You know what I mean? You're like,
she does what every woman does, gives it a fucking death stare. Only hers fucking laser beams came out her eyes.
She's heavy breath. I kind of like that and all. She's like, did you see that? Did you see what I just did? I just melted this piece of shit.
She's so English, isn't she? So proper, man. Did you see that? Did you see what I just did? Fucking thing.
I like Zod. We all have them, dear. Like a big fucking queen. He's like,
exactly. He's like, going to tell me something to impress me, hen. I know this. You know what I mean? The big nothing. He's all.
Big fucking oddbod.
The noises coming off of him are something terrible, man.
Aye.
He picks up the burnt snake, tries to laser it and on, but he's can't do it and all that shit.
Mate, the noises that came out of him is what my arse was doing the other week. Oh!
Oh dear, another not to novel virus. Back to Canada. Clark and Lois are obviously drying themselves off after the we swim and all that.
Back in the Barry White suite.
Oh, terrible, isn't it, mate? It's honestly.
I forgot to mention, I know the fucking the bedrocks, didn't it?
Oh, aye. Some is it just happens, you know.
Some is are just the gift.
Do you like the Flintstones? How? Because I'm going to make your bedrock.
Hey!
Not to sleaze. So she's by the fire. She's obviously giving herself a hard time for fucking thinking she's an idiot. Clark's walking by, stumbles over the pink velour fucking bear rug, drops his specs into the fire, doesn't he? And then puts his horn right into the fire, takes his spec suit, puts him back on.
Aye. And she's in that time she didn't go, you're no Superman. The glasses.
He's busy looking at his horn at the time, but he puts it in his cardigan as if he's bumped his horn. She's not having it. Let me see it.
I just flips the horn here like and then that's when he eventually comes clean, takes off his specs, and she goes,
sorry.
Oh.
But he turns her in and she says sorry, and he says, look, it's not your fault. I don't know why I did that. Because he deliberately tripped.
Aye.
And he says as much. He says, I don't know why I did that. And she says, well, maybe your head didn't want to, but your heart did. Oh, that's right. Yo. So it's quite funny, man. He says, look, we better talk. And the fucking next line is, I'm in love with you. We really better talk.
Aye. And all what was done to it, didn't it? He was going to tell her everything, but they need to go to the fortress.
Aye, he wants to take it. I'm going to show you everything. We'll go to my place. And it's quite funny a wee line she says, doesn't it, man? Maybe I should change. Maybe you should too. Oh, I couldn't even see it. There you go.
I know.
I turned into green screen there.
You're doing that thing they do at the end of the film.
Aye, that's true.
I need to ask you about this. I need to ask it.
I know. I'm looking forward to it. Honestly.
Right.
Really looking forward to it. So then Hicksville, Houston, isn't we?
Aye. They say it's two cops doing what cops do, just driving through the countryside.
Thinking about what they're going to have for their dinner.
And they come across the three amigos. And it's just Zod says to them, they look, they do the moment back up dancers to some act.
Didn't they?
But the older cop are saying to the young guy, they're not moving for us, get out there and tell them to get to fuck. Like, lay down the law, son.
Aye. Let some bitch just give me an order. So he goes, I bet you $10 they're from Los Angeles. So young Dwayne, the deputy, gives it, okay, so what the hell's going on here? Points a rifle at him. And Zod's just, Terrance Stamp's fucking great, man. A weapon of some sort. Stoking the monkeys.
A noise stick. A boom
Primitive
stick.
Noise maker. But he's looked at the siren on top of the police car. He says, I like the flashing red globe, which reminds me of our Krypton sun. But the wee speaker's doing his dinger in, man.
See that bit? The cop shoots the woman, and it does the effect, and it goes, holy skunk sweat.
Aye.
I nearly fell off the couch.
Aye, well, Zod has used another new power. He heats the gun up so the deputy can't hold it, and then floats it back to him, floats the gun back to him, and he's looking about it, shoots his cell and all that. That's what he says, holy skunks, man. Oh, that's brilliant, man.
But he throws the gun away, doesn't he? And the wee deputy, he runs away to hide. And the old boy, he's still sitting in the motor like, the fuck is going on here? I've got 1 day to retirement.
Yes.
And then big fucking oddbod, he's like, oh, I like that thing, and lifts up the motor like he's looking for his keys. Know what I mean?
Aye. With one horn, when there really wasn't any need to, because the gun was sticking out perfectly, you know.
Aye.
But obviously just a nod to fucking special effects who could do that. Drops the car, the wee guy still in it going.
Aye. Then the big oddbod, he rips out the siren, didn't he? And he's like, oh, petting it like a wee cat.
He tries to offer it his odd first. He's like, fucking Bobo. No, I mean, mad Terrance Stamp.
Oh, mate, tell you, man, he's brilliant in this, by the way. Just plays that I'm better than you sort of thing, know what I mean?
I totally believes that's it, mate. Which in Man of Steel, with the codex and all that kind of stuff, it's explained better about why people are the way they are because they've been designed that way. You know what I mean? I'll really like that in Man of Steel. But excellent. So next scene is Lois and Neil said Clark, Superman flying into the Fortress of Solitude. That's a fucking great shot because it's quite lengthy and it's no CGI'd. He's obviously winched and all that kind of stuff. And it's great. It's great shot, man.
Aye. But
sounded like Clark there, didn't it? Great shot.
Aye. But they enter this Fortress of Solitude, didn't they? Just, I like what you've done with the place.
Aye, she goes like, could use a woman's touch, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Like, you okay? I mean, I should be freezing, but I'm not, you know what I mean?
Aye.
So it's just a quick one. Back to Hicksville in a mad diner. And there's two guys arm wrestling at lunchtime because that's what they do. And the three amigos walk in, didn't they?
Aye.
You guy with a hat, man. Oh my. Oh my.
The circus is in town, eh?
Just off the cuff fucking stuff you could say back in 1980, you know what I mean?
But what is it? He says to Ursula, isn't it? Oh, why don't you sit those buns on my knee?
Sweet hey? Sit your bums down here. I said that quite a lot, man. Growing up. That was one of my fucking things I took away. Used to say that to people. So she's like that, man. Why don't we just hold hands? And she sits down and does the arm wrestle pose, didn't she?
Aye, and this big brute, this big brutish truck driver.
Brute of a man.
He's
the lunchtime arm wrestling champion.
Big Red, they call him.
Armbender. The last Armbender. Arm is Scottish for arm.
He goes like, oh, tell me if this tickles. And the next thing, she obviously beats him, snaps the table in two, which was, again, decently done. Know what I mean?
Breaks his arm into the bargain, didn't she?
Aye, and all these truck drivers all get, you can't do that to Big Red. Eat my papa.
What the hell you doing there, freak show? I'll start cocking guns and shit. Zod just grabs one, rattles him through a wall, doesn't he?
He throws him through the wall, through the side of a truck and into the street. You know what I mean?
But I never looked into it, but it looks like Pat Roach. But maybe just a look-alike. And see when he flings onto the street, obviously he's lying out in the middle of the street, the police have just arrived back by this time. The three guys goes like, "That's you, bug."
Oh, like this is a common occurrence, know what I mean?
I know. So quickly back to my place, back to the Fortress of Jagginess. He talks to her about the crystals and the fucking control panel and how he got here and what the place means to him, blah, blah, bullshit, birthday card, bish. And then she makes an off-the-cuff mark about something to eat, and he goes, Jesus, dinner. He then says to her, look, tonight, sky's the limit, anything you want. Before she replies, he fucks off. Get you anything you want. I'm back.
I can just imagine it. Oh, hope he comes back with onion rings.
No.
But he goes to the jungle or something.
Do you know what I could really go? I'm back. Oh, right, never mind. That's all right.
There's part of me thinks, Superman must have walked into the shop. Hello there, citizen.
Hi.
I'll have the beans.
Fucking brilliant, man. Do you have Heinz tomato soup? Because he comes back with fucking... The scene alludes to the fact he's went all over the world for his ingredients, but he's only really picked 2 flowers in the hanging fucking gardens of Babylon or something. And then he arrives back with a brown bag full of messages. These 2 flowers.
Oh, brilliant, man. It goes back to this wee tune, doesn't it?
Back to Hicksville, yes.
And the 3 amigos are still kicking off. And then that's when Zod uses his magic finger. Just it starts levitating a guy. And he's like, put me down, mister.
Aye, and at that time, the guy's son, from Houston, America, runs out with the most English accent ever. Please, sir. He's a general. Please, General, sir. Please put my daddy down. You know what I mean? Wee bogger American. What was his myth? Fucking Oliver Twist comes it. I know, mate. It's fucking mate. Please, sir. Please put my daddy down. He's done you no harm. He cannot fly. Please lower your index finger with the blue beam. That would be most appreciated. Have at it.
See was that really a power that Superman had? Did he have that power?
I don't think he knows about it if he's good. maybe it's it only transpires if you've got an evil gene in you. I don't know. But then again, I never knew Superman could fire out symbols for his fucking chest either.
Don't you dare take that away from me.
And then the other special power that we'll get to in the last scene as well. Jesus fuck, man. But there's a news crew there by this time. Zod decides that he's going on the camera and all that after like the army arrive, start fucking blowing up shit. Nobody dies, obviously. Although I think nobody's coming out of that helicopter crash, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I had no chance. But it's Zod's like, who's seeing this? Well, everybody. Carry on.
I know. Then the next time he says it, this is the whole planet. The whole planet Houston. The whole planet Earth. You fucking idiot. But they get this general when the army arrive, man. You're a general. Who do you answer to? I answer only to the president. And he will answer to me.
I will bow before Zod.
Brilliant, man.
Big on board, he catches a rocket and everything, doesn't he? Just snaps it.
Just snaps it. Doesn't explode or fuck all. Brilliant. Helicopters arrive. He goes like, Ursula thinks this is hilarious. Look, they need machines to fly. Be nice to them, my dear. Blow them a kiss. And when they start using their blowing powers, even Superman does it, they need to put their hands on their hips when they're doing
it. Aye. Mate, see, obviously, for the time you take it, see, that, it does look like fucking pure mad destruction, you know what I mean?
Aye, it's models. I've seen it, obviously. I looked at this, the making of it, stop animation and a lot of models and stuff like that. It looks a lot better, man.
Huh?
Try to CGI that back in the days, again, it's animation, and it didn't work, man.
Mm-hmm.
So the helicopter goes into the barn, explodes and all that. I think that maybe did, you know what I mean? He then grabs a microphone and fucking, no, it says about the president. It says we'll go to the president, we'll go and fucking see what he's got to say for himself.
And it goes back to Superman and Lois. Jesus, your favourite bit. I think I'll slip into something more comfortable.
We're getting off of mushy. Now, we've seen them flying in, right? The two of them, hand in hand, flying there. And she's not got a case or an overnight bag that I can see. And I don't think he's got a wardrobe there for her on the off chance. But she decides, I think I better slip into something a little more comfortable. Do you know what I mean? No bother, hen. You do that. Back to Hicksville very briefly. Zod tells the world that he's a daddy. You know what I mean?
Aye. I'm the big cheese in these parts now. They take
call
off,
me Sammy Stilton.
Aye. He's like, aye. Well, we got to see the president, and you all know.
Aye. So back to my place. Jaggy Central. She's fucking hell. She's come out, she's come out of the I don't know, the fucking powder room that it obviously has where something more comfortable, right? And it's no a sexy teddy or parachute gear or a negligee of any sorts. It's a fucking gown. Can only be described as a ballroom fucking pair of jammies that look less comfortable than what she had on in the fucking first place.
It looks like a fucking dust sheet.
It does, mate. Aye, it does. You're right. It looks like fucking a Versace dust sheet. I don't know. It looks about 9 stone, whatever it is. She's walked out to him talking to his mother, obviously via the crystals. And he's talking to her about the pros and cons of giving up his powers for love. Yep. Because it's the only way he can get his hole, because he'll snap him too. You know what I mean? But I'm horny.
But mother.
Mummy, I will break her in half. I will pound her into the jagginess.
Mother, I want some Beatty.
Oh no. Kissing. Oh. And mother should have just went, computer says no.
But his mom tells us, step into this chamber and it'll remove all your powers.
Because that's the only way they can be together, isn't it?
Aye, and it's irreversible.
Plainly clear.
And the Bulgin steps into this wiggleless box and just gets microwaved.
He does, mate. He gets nuked. He gets very Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, doesn't he? With the graphics on the face and all that. Which aren't great, but it's just to show you that he's losing his powers. Yeah. This chamber harnesses the red sun of Krypton, and why that was part of the deal when his house was built, I don't know. But there we go. He's gave up his powers. Quite a good bit when he comes out the chamber. Comes out in our fucking white shirt, black trousers, but as he's coming out, the kind of hologram of what's left his powers is still in there. Know what I mean? I thought that was quite good.
He's left Superman in that wee case, and he's just stepped out as Clark Kent.
Aye. He's not took on board his mammy's fucking words. You know what I mean? You can be hurt like an ordinary man. You'll be an ordinary man. You know what I mean? Yeah, you'll be immortal, like one of them.
But Lois is she's swearing at us, isn't she?
Davey loves it, man.
Big Peter, get in my bowl.
Yeah, he does loving it, man.
And the next thing they go up to a fucking, what is it? I just called it, what did I call it? The tin foil sex swing.
That's actually a better description of what I called it. I just called it super bed. It's into the super bed. You're right, mate. It's like a constructed sex swing made out of tin foil and fucking space sheets.
Space sheets?
On the things that you give somebody that's just ran a marathon. Fucking insulating tin sheets, man.
Fucking, oh, mate. Oh. Aye, that nearly broke me when I seen that, and I was like,
Aye.
Oh dear.
So while he's leading her up there with something more comfortable on, the trio are defacing fucking Mount Rushmore, know what I mean? Into their own faces, which is quite cool, man.
Yeah.
Like that. Then the next scene, you just see the two of them lying in the super bed, sex swing, tin foil thing, all loving it and shit.
It fucking looks freezing because that looks like plastic sheeting. Or are they like fucking pillows and all that? It's fucking all right.
It would make me a turn on it.
Oh, it's like being wet in the bath.
Fart that bed, you deefen yourself. Like the memes, man. No memes. Like when I used to be on TikTok, cunts used to fart microphones and all that. Dialed up to 10. So next thing, we're at the White House.
Oh, aye.
And which is obviously preparing for Zod's arrival.
Aye. The three amigos, they attack the White House, don't they?
Every time you say that, I just think a Chevy Chase.
Wait, see when I was saying that last night? I mean, I hope he gets that.
I love that movie, mate. I thought it was funny. My mammy used to get me to do the thing. Three amigos. I mean, great film. I'm going to download it. Fuck it.
Aye. They attack the White House, don't they? And they're just giving everybody a scheme button.
Have that.
It's all the soldiers and all that, isn't it? They're taking the guns after them, blowing up the guns. She's again back to booting people in the balls for fun. Big oddbod, he's just throwing whatever he can at people, isn't he?
Just putting people through doors. They're taking on the bullets, snapping guns in half. And that's basically like they get to the Oval Room, didn't they?
Aye.
And the president is sitting surrounded by his entourage. You're the one they call the president.
I be he. But then come out here and kneel before Zod And obviously, the wee guy comes out and does it right away. But Zod's like that. Nah, somebody that rules over people. You kneeled too soon.
Aye, which is quite
the real president. Aye.
I like that. He knows the script, man. He knows that somebody of his, what he believes to be his stature, would never fucking bow when he's get the leader of men. You know what I mean?
Aye.
One who leads so many would never kneel so quickly as his words and he's right.
Aye.
So then this wee guy comes out. I'm him. I'm the one they call the president. And he words it like a president because he does say, if I kneel before you, will it save lives? And he goes, oh yes, including your own.
He's having deep, isn't he?
Oh, it's fucking brilliant. He says, what I do now. So he kneels on it, says, what I do now, I do for all mankind.
Mm-hmm. But he tells him, doesn't he? And there's one man that will not kneel to you, and that's Superman. And so it's like, who is this imbecile?
Who's this imbecile? Oh, brilliant, man. Then we will get him before me. But see when the president kneels down, he goes like, oh God. Terrance Stamp just goes, Zod.
That was good, man. That was
good.
Applause
for that.
Aye. But fucking it gets to this one. Oh. We must. So Clark and Lois go into this diner, don't they?
Aye, they're driving, obviously, fair the North Pole. North Pole's not in America.
Aye.
Right? Nobody seems to fucking grasp this. And it is, some people go, but it wasn't the North Pole, it's North America. It's the fucking North Pole. Because Lex says it twice, right? It's the North Pole. The top of the fucking planet Earth. So they're driving back for the North Pole in a car. Fuck me, man. She's hungry. But she says, surely there'll be a diner somewhere. Aye. Between the North Pole and fucking New York, I'm pretty sure you're going to get a dog. So they pull into the diner, mate, didn't they?
Aye. And they go in, and it's your typical American diner, isn't it? We red leather seats on the booths, not that seats all along the counter and stuff.
Aye.
And is this Superman's first pee? Because he has to go into the toilet.
First mortal pee, aye.
Is this a new sensation?
Well, he's just had, him and her have just had a new sensation in the Superbed, didn't
they? But he goes into the toilet and Lois is she's ordering food, isn't she? And then we've got the local arsehole that lives between the North Pole and New York.
Rocco, the truck driver.
Aye.
Oh no, here comes Mr. Wonderful again.
His cousin is Big Red.
Aye. Same shot.
It's the same look, innit?
Aye. So he's away in and fucking sits in Clark's seat while he's in the pisher. And Lois says, excuse me, that seat's taken. He goes like, it is now, sweetheart. So Clark comes out, oh fucking bravado. Excuse me, sir. I think you're sitting in my seat. He goes like that, fucking says something else, Four Eyes or something like that, calls him. It's my seat now, right. Four Eyes. And obviously Clark instantly wants to fucking say it about him.
Aye, he still thinks he's fucking Superman, doesn't he? He's
like,
like,
step outside.
I think someone should teach you some manners. And he's like, what? But naivety into it. He still thinks he can take all these punches, and he steps in front of this guy, but he takes his advantage and wallops him in the back of the head.
Guy takes a liberty.
Aye.
Puts him through a fucking glass plate screen thing.
Aye.
That's when he's lying down and he says, it's my blood, I can see my blood. It's the first time he's ever seen his blood, apparently. And gets up again, to his credit. But Rocco just kind of rattles him again.
Aye.
Gets him doing all that shit.
Aye. Kicks the shit out of him, doesn't he? And then eventually Rocco leaves, and our hero is smitten. He's on the floor, defeated.
So the diner woman goes like, look, that's it, drama's over. We'll put some fresh coffee and we'll put the box on. And that's when you see Terrance Stamp in the White House. And that's just the first time that Lois and Clark have known anything about Zod, didn't they? But obviously Clark knows about Zod because he's been taught.
But that's you see the president going, oh, Superman, help us, not that. And Zod takes the mic. I challenge you! I challenge you, stop my man! I call you out!
Coward! Kneel before Zod. So Clark then goes, I've got to go back. Lois like, you can't. You're not to blame. You never knew. Aye, you know why I never knew? She was getting his hole. But she says, I've got to try, damn it. But obviously, he's gave her the motor and he decides to walk to the North Pole from Midtown America.
Aye.
In a summer jacket and a pair of shoes.
Aye. After being kicked the shite out of, really.
Aye.
But he makes it, doesn't he?
I makes it. Not frostbitten or fuck all.
But he gets in there and he's like, oh, should I listen to his help me, Farah. And
the light switch must have been up high where you can only get to if you're flying to.
Aye.
He's not turned the lights on. It's a bit of a shithole when he gets there. As you say, mate, he's starting to talk to nobody. Father, I need your help. And then at the corner of his ween, he sees the fucking green crystal starting to glow. In the dark.
Aye. It's convenient that you didn't want to believe in that line of it.
No. And as we know for the previous movie, the green crystal is the crystal, mate.
Yeah.
But we don't see how he does it, but it just looks at the crystal and then it pans to Zod. Lex and Zod, really, isn't it?
Aye. Oh, Lex gets to the White House waving a wee hanky.
He's like a Barcelona fan when they're playing shite.
But it gives you a wee bit of dialogue as well, doesn't it? The three amigos talking. Oh, you're the leader of the world now? And he's like, and I was the day before, and the day after yesterday. And it's just like that.
He's like Megamind, isn't he? Bored. My nemesis is away. But it's quite good. So Lex comes in, and Lex Luthor, the greatest criminal mind of our time, blah, blah. And then they're ready to just, you're boring me. Kill him. Goes, wait. I'm the only person that has, he knows who Superman is.
Aye.
He tells him.
He says, aye.
Zod gets so excited, didn't he?
Yeah, I can give you Superman. And that's it. Oh. And he goes to me and said, I don't understand it. And he goes, name your price, human. I want Australia. And I was like, what? What? Why Australia?
I don't know. It's just the good bit leading up to it is he's in the Oval Office at the White House, decides to sit in the president's seat, puts his feet up on the president's desk, lights a stogie, he's talking to Zod. Know what I mean? This guy can just snap him like a twig, and I've always had a penchant for beachfront property. What do you want? Australia. I don't know why you done, mate, but
oh, fuck. I was hoping it was into the next film or something, and I explained it, but I was like,
there's a theme with Lex and real estate through all the films and the comics and all that as well, because obviously it's the main premise is Superman Returns, Kevin Spacey. He wants to make fucking real estate, you know what I mean? And Lex tries to do it by dropping California into the fucking ocean in the first film. In this film, he wants Australia, and then there's other bits and bobs. Hey ho, there you go. That's your Lex Luthor fucking masterclass, yeah. But from one bald man to another. So,
the three amigos, aye, they attack the Daily Planet.
They do. Both have made it back there in jig time. Obviously, she got the motor right enough.
Aye, but the three amigos, they've walked in and are just causing absolute havoc, aren't they? Just crashing through walls.
Perry White's graph is not about where's Clark and all that. Well, I need all my good reporters. At the time, the world's getting taken over and he's nowhere to be seen. Not telling you. And then you hear, as if a bomb's going to drop, but it's the arrival of the three amigos, as you say, mate.
Yeah. Aye, they all walk into the office, didn't they? Crash through the wall and stuff. And it's just the chief in Hackman, the newspaper, throws this big fucking ornament at Onboard. Goes, dong.
Aye. And then knocks him out with a fucking ceiling tile.
He punches the table with it, splits it, like fucking
good.
the Flintstones and all that, and then lifts them, bang. May that be a lesson to you.
That's a ceiling tile, that's made of fucking paper mache. I'll knock you out. But again, good for its time. So Perry's knocked out in the ceiling tile. Zod instantly, you see fucking Lex coming into the back of him. All these fucking powers. Do you think the dummies would learn to use a doorknob? Know what I mean? Hi, everybody. It's me. It's Lex Luthor. And then it's like, you told me you'd be here. Well, I told you that I could get him, but she's the next best thing. Tells him that Lois is his bird, know what I mean?
Aye. But they're not for buying it, they're thinking about doing him in. That kill him. But just as that happens, oh man, appears at the window.
You see the papers starting to flutter on the paper stand, and you hear the cello coming in. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I am back. The green crystal gave me powers. Aye, it's good. And I like that. Gets to outside the window, floating out there, and says, "Excuse me, General, would you like to step outside?" Superman.
See, this is a bit like I like this bit. Actually, I did. See, the fighting and all that.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually well done because he's like, obviously they follow him, they go crashing out the windows and stuff, chasing him. And well, there's a bit where she's flying about in midair, and she's like, "It's like you're in a surfboard hen."
Aye, listing lazily to the left.
But it's just what is it? Zod uses his laser thingies to throw up this wall or something in place. See this big concrete wall?
Chases them, go to a construction site. They kind of have their fucking bit of dialogue and all that. We were beginning to think you were a coward. She says, "I'm not a coward, Zod." And he goes, "Well, you should die like one." And he gets a big concrete wall and flings it at Superman. Superman laser beams it. A lot of concrete falls and the poor people down below. And there's good back and forth fight scenes between them all. Mm-hmm. The next one, Ursula gets a flagpole because Non's hodding him.
Aye.
And then tries to fucking rattle him. Superman ducks it. She rattles Non. And the guy goes, "Wow, home run." Which is another thing I use, man, when I see somebody getting leathered.
But it's fucking... Does he not go crashing into the Chrysler building or something like that?
Big antenna thing.
Aye. And it's the one thing I would take away for this. Like, should it done? But it's like how high that building is, know what I mean? It's massive, right? So this big antenna's falling down and everybody scurries, right? But this one woman who has a fucking pram with wheels. No, she has to push it and she's away. She goes, "Help us, man!" And I'm like, "Move, you stupid bastard!"
I didn't even have to move that far. All she had to do was go into the building that was there.
Aye.
You know what I mean? But she done the classic fucking.
Aye.
But that's true. There was a study done, right? And I think it was 8 out of 10 people, if something's falling their head, they will do that instead of moving. And the other thing is, if you shout "duck" at somebody, they don't duck. They go like that. I know. It's just madness. Makes for a good film, though.
Aye. But aye, well, soup, didn't he? He gets there and he stops this thing for landing on her. It flies back up and she's like, "Thank you."
Aye. Thank you.
Yeah,
puts it back on and cages Non into the bargain, who must get back out of there and no dislodge the antenna again at some point. So there we go.
That's Zod's like that. Oh, he's revealed his weakness.
Mm-hmm.
He cares for these things.
Actually cares.
She's like, "What? Like a pet, sire?"
I suppose so. Just can't fathom it at all. So he started to blow shit up, mate, ain't he?
Aye, starts targeting civilians, doesn't he? Mm-hmm. So I'll draw him in with my fire, sort of thing. I think he says, and he starts blowing up. But that was good. That was well done, man. See, I can imagine that. That'd be brilliant at that time. Know what I mean?
At that time it was. I remember as a wee boy in the pictures, it was fucking awesome. But he blows shit up instantly, apart from the tankard, which he seems to have to heat up through some time. But so it gives Superman time to get down there. He rips off the mirror. You like that bit, didn't you?
It's just this. Stuff like that. It blows concrete up, cars, buildings, people. But the mirror is Superman. Because
every film ever made where lasers involved, you can eye deflect a laser with a mirror.
I know. And it's stupid then, is it stupid now?
I don't know who decided it.
I know. It's fucking... But...
This laser is the most powerful laser on the planet Earth. It will cut through steel, concrete, human flesh, bone. What about mirror? Oh, well. No, mate.
Oh, fuck. But...
Almost anything.
But when he it does kind of give you a good bit as well, but because see when he deflects his laser back at him, obviously lights up Zod, but obviously where Zod's standing, like behind him, there's like a sign, and you can see his outline, you know what I mean?
It's which was kind of good. The advertising board.
But this is an opportune time for the big Dafty, who lands on Superman, didn't he?
Fucks him underground.
Aye. No, literally, I hope.
Oh, I know. You don't know. There's a bit of Royal Rumble going on. So it shakes the earth. Goes on for a wee fucking 10-15 seconds. And then the next thing you know, Non's been sent flying through the concrete, right through a building.
Aye.
You know what I mean? And Superman gets out, shaking his horn as if he's just gave him one hell of a right hook. You know what I mean?
Aye. Like, oh, that was seal that.
No time to recover because Ursula's just Superman. And that was quite good, the way she flips up the stank. Super frisbees him.
Aye.
That's fucking frisbee stank.
See, that's what I mean. See this whole bit, mate. I did like this bit because it's the next bit. I think is it Zod that punches him or something and puts him through a van.
Aye.
And you see that the van all just like crumples in. That was like, aye. I was like, that was good, man. I like that.
So, but Superman gets back out the Marble truck, grabs Zod, and then legging a wings him, doesn't he? That famous kind of scene.
Aye, and launches him through the city somewhere.
And it's at this, it's most prominent, but when you think back and look back in the film, the product placement and through this film is fucking off the charts by it, especially this whole fight act, because Zod gets flung into the biggest Coca-Cola sign you can ever see in your life.
Aye.
And it's only upstaged by people coming out of shops that are real shops, you know what I mean, like KFC and stuff. But the next thing, Ursula and Non pick a bus up, didn't they?
Pick up the bus and it's full of these people in it, and it's like they're going to throw it, and Superman's like,
there's a guy actually trying to get out a fucking letterbox bit of window. What you doing, mate? Your arm just get through that. I mean,
but desperate times, mate. Desperate times, desperate measures. But but Superman's begging him not to throw the bus because the people's in it, isn't it? And that's when Zod's like, throw the bus. He's had enough. And again, a good man, see the way they've done it, just launching this big, obviously it's like model and stuff, but see the inside of the bus for the time you're talking, it's like all the people rolling about. It was good, man.
Aye, letting a gimbal, fucking turning round. So they fling the bus at him. It's going along the ground, and he tries to stop it, but he knows. Well, I'm saying he knows it doesn't. I'm just making this up. Being Superman, could probably stop it dead, but it would kill everybody inside the bus. So he's stopping it, but the velocity's pushing him back into this Marble truck again.
Yeah.
And bang, crushes him, kind of thing.
That's
it. Didn't he pop out, didn't he know?
No. And it's just this one wee guy. He's dead. Superman's dead. And everybody's like, oh, they've took one boy.
I wish the camera phones back in. Fuck's sake, man.
But it's like, they're standing there like that. Job well done, Auntie Abba. And it's just, I'm just wondering what went through people's heads. they killed Superman, right? And you've just witnessed this. They've launched a bus. Guys pick up street cones.
Aye.
What are you doing, you fucking cunt?
They go all fucking Spider-Man 2, didn't they? With the people on the train. I mean,
Oh,
you get through
mate.
us, but they go to attack. See this whole bit? Obviously, the three amigos are stood in the middle of the street. They start blowing the humans away. Goes on for a good 2-3 minutes.
My mind went right back to They Live, that fight scene.
Aye. see the motors getting blown about as it related to its models and stuff.
Aye.
You can quite clearly see people when I get their cutouts of people at the side getting moved along. Like fucking, what do you call it? Home Alone when he's in the house.
Aye.
But do you know what I mean? You're
that?
focused on the cars blowing up and all that. If you look for the people, you'll see it. While they're doing this, again, the backdrop of them is about 30 different fucking companies. JVC, Panasonic, all that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that'll be why I ordered a new GVC soundbar there.
Looking for a KFC after this, you know? There's some funny bits in it as well. Wee guy still in the telephone box.
I see that. I was like, this is like pure slapstick in it.
Telephone box fucking blown away and he's on his side still laughing on the phone. Like, ha, ha, ha.
Oh, but eventually Superman does reappear, doesn't he? And it's like, oh, Superman lives. But I think he's assessed, I need to get these guys away from here or people are going to get hurt.
Aye.
And he leaves. But they see this as a victory, don't they?
Aye, they think he's fled, he's a coward. Even some of the humans go, phony. Know what I mean?
Aye, that's it. Oh, he's abandoned us.
Lois is what the fuck, he's becoming a pain in the arse, man. She's just greeting like fuck. They fly back to the hole in the wall at the Daily Planet. Just about to switch again, Lex Luthor. Kill him. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm the only guy that has Superman's address.
Why is Lex got an accent as well?
Don't know. There, Superman's address. Okay. We're going to go there, are we? And then very quickly, we shall go there. We shall get him. Flying to the North Pole. Lois's own Non's back and Gene Hackman's own Ursula's back, which she's not too fucking bothered about, I would imagine. There is same-sex flights, pish. You know what I mean? But they get there. Zod's not impressed with the place. You know,
it's an old relic to an ancient time.
A relic to a world long since gone. And then you just hear fucking Superman. I'd expect more manners from my house kids than that, Zod.
Here it comes. Here it comes. The big Dafty flies towards him, and Superman pulls a Quality Street wrapper off his chest. What is that?
Don't know, mate. Aye, he just pulls a symbol off his symbol, which is, as you say, a Quality Street wrapper.
Mate, what is it? Even he looks like, what the fuck did that come from?
Aye.
What is it?
But it's made of either, because these guys can get through stealing brick and whatever, but no wrappers of confectionery, it would seem.
Mate, I kind of knew it was coming because of Family Guy, but I was still like, I was hoping there was a background to it. I was like, right, I'll understand it. But no, it's never explained.
Never seen it in a comic book. I've never seen it in a cartoon. Never seen it since, to be honest with you. This film just seems to be the film for pulling powers from anywhere, especially the next one.
Oh, mate. Oh, mate.
Zod says, psych him. So, psych is a new power. Now, whereas Zod and the trio disappear and reappear at certain locations, Superman's fucking even better at it. He disappears and reappears in 4 fucking locations.
I mean, then he says to Lois, I used to play this in school. And you're like, who are you playing this in school with, you dirty bastard?
No, you weren't, mate. No, you weren't. No, unless you were out having a fag and you're kidding on you were in maths or something, but no, you weren't.
See, genuinely, I was watching this last night and I'm going, what the fuck is on here? Have I missed a bit?
This is generally where the direction of the film has fucking changed. You can totally notice it. Somebody's come in and started making shit up. You know what I mean? Because obviously Donner ducked to it, but you're like, come on, fuck. So, aye.
At first, I thought it was just super speed. See, super speed. But then he was in 4 places at once, and I'm like, is this an acid flashback?
Aye. This is after the three of them finger blast him and all, obviously. I mean, pointing the blue finger at him. But he recoils, you know what I mean?
Aye.
I'm never going to explain finger blasting. Just think about it the way you want to. Finger blasted.
Finger blasted.
But they grab Lois anyway, because Superman's grabbed Zod. He's the real guy. Let him go, or we'll tear her apart.
Aye.
But then he purposefully tells Lex Luthor about the chamber.
Aye. He's like, aye, help me lure them in. Aye, because they're going to kill Lex, isn't it? They're like, you've outlived your means, your use. So they say, and he's saying to him, we need to lure them into this chamber. We get them in there and it takes away their powers. But Lex, being the wee fucking poisonous snake that he is, he's like, don't go in there, Zod. It takes away your powers.
Don't go in there, Zod. Take away your powers. You poisonous snake.
And the next thing is that Zod says to him, in the chamber with you. In you go.
Lex Luthor, ruler of Australia, start the mechanism. So Lex knows how to fucking work this chamber and all, which is baffling. Again, somebody's just made this bishop coming back in. So it's the old switcheroo, though, that we don't know about. Superman goes in the chamber as he did before. They think he's losing his powers. All the while, outside, everything's going red. And this is where my 40-year-old question comes in. So what's happened, mate? What's Superman done, basically? What's he done?
He's reversed it. That the chamber is now where you're protected from losing your power. And outside the chamber is actually where you now lose your power.
Correct. So, my question for 40 years is, if our sun gives them superhuman powers, does the red Krypton sun no date to humans? And the humans were outside exposed to that, Lex and Lois. And I wanted to know for so long. And that was my question. How are they no super now? Know what I mean?
Oh, well.
It's just physics. Well, fuck it. But it's quite good. It doesn't reveal it. Zod thinks he's won the day, and he says, "Now, come before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Take my hand." No, 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 no.
He crushes his sword, doesn't he? And he goes, oh!
And here starts the carnage.
Aye.
Crushes Zod's on, picks him up, flings him down an endless cavern ravine, murdered him. Yep. Superman murdered the guy, right? Non, he's just a dafty. He tries to fly and falls down the fucking thing. And Lois, just like her man, hooks Ursula, puts her down a cavern, murdered her.
Aye.
Bit of murder going on here, mate.
That's it.
Bringing him before justice, especially now that he's immortal. He's no threat to him, so why not put him in prison?
That's it, mate.
Nah, bit of murder. Yeah, a bit of murder.
Aye. And he reveals that he goes, aye, Lex, I told you that because I knew you would have betrayed us. And Lex is like, no, man, I was on your side.
Hey, man, what you talking about, Doc? I'm on your side. Too late, Luthor. Too late.
Aye. And he goes, oh, how's about we make a deal? You can fly me back from here. And they just leave him.
Aye, exactly.
And, and he could potentially die. So, another murder.
Murder. Didn't he effort?
Murder an attempt.
Man's not the old blue-eyed boy we think he is. But he drops Lois off. Says, aye, cheerio, hen. See you Monday. See what? That's that.
See you Monday.
And then before we know it, we're back at the Daily Planet.
Aye.
Lois is struggling, isn't she?
Aye, because she knows it can't work. She can't share him with the rest of the world. You know what I mean? It's forbidden love and all that jazz.
Stroppy mare, so she is.
Aye.
Would you stop? Do you know how hard it is? This is killing me. So he's obviously... And again, another fucking made-up power, man. He's obviously thought to himself, do you know what? I can see it. I can see us as Hot New Hen. Super winch. Going to give you a super winch. The best. So, one of Superman's powers is roofie.
Aye.
Basically.
It comes to your kiss. Oh, mate. See when he kissed her and I went, all right, so he's going to, see, obviously I hadn't seen this. I was like, that's it. He's got to be Superman. She's going to be his gal. That is it.
Like in everything else.
Aye.
I know this.
And then the next thing I'm like, how fucking full was his tongue down her throat? He's licked her fucking brain clean.
Aye. He's fucking lobotomized her with a winch.
You know what I mean?
He's opened her eyes and forgot that he's Superman. Just recognised him as Clark. But he's wiped her brain for like, I'm thinking, at least a week.
Aye.
Because she's forgot everything else. Because the last thing she says is, Elaine, yeah, what's happening in the world? Got a clue?
Aye. And then you're just like, fucking hell, man. Like, what a weird power. I don't know what purpose that serves, but there you go.
Saved her hut by fucking getting her amnesia, smashing. So then...
but does that mean if, let's say, a guy finds out he's Superman, he's like, me or you?
Super winch, roofie winch. So then again, we see that Superman's a narcissist, and he wants revenge. He goes back to the diner, mate, doesn't he?
Aye, he goes to sort out Rocky. Fucking, albeit he doesn't actually punch him and all that, but kind of humiliates him, know what I mean?
Oh, aye, I would say so, but it's something so beneath Superman. Aye. It goes against every ideal he stands for, belittling someone far weaker than him, rather than just letting it go, know what I mean? But it's funny for the film's sake, as he walks in. I think you're sitting in my favourite seat. You've been in here once, mate. You never sat down once, mate. All right.
Yeah, you laid down earlier for a bit.
Rocco once again tries to take a liberty, stands up, punches him. Obviously breaks his horn, punching his fucking solidness.
I've been hitting the gym. He spins his seat and he ends up there, and then lifts him off, sits him on his dinner.
Fucking ceiling.
I know. Fucking hell, man. And then just
pushes
him along this counter, doesn't he?
Sits him on his dinner, pushes him right along the counter into a pinball machine. That fucking time-tested fucking way to end a doing in a pinball machine.
Exactly. And then haunts the other guy.
Haunts the other guy with £8.
Sorry for the damage.
Sorry about the damage, sir. It was £8.
Fucking.
That's what it says, doesn't it?
I've been hitting the gym. But then the next thing you see him, this is when Michael Bay fucking stepped in.
This is where Michael Bay gets out of school.
Oh, you see Superman flying to the White House with what is it, a roof? Is he flying with a roof?
That's the roof, mate, aye. And the flag attached to it. Whereas the roof was glass before, now this is a solid roof.
Aye.
So it can't drop in anymore. And he's flying with a flag and he's looking at the flag.
Aye.
God bless America.
Aye, it's just like, I'm sorry, Mr. President, you'll not have to go looking for me again. And then fucking takes off into space, doesn't he?
Oh, brilliant, man. Sorry, Mr. President. And not being around in a while. Won't happen again. What about the rest of the world, mate? Fucking, America's not a fucking be all and end all, pal. You went to Canada to save a wee boy. Fucking Niagara Falls. This Man of Steel goes out of the world. You know what I mean? Big Cavo knows the script. Fucking must be shite for sleeping, but. And then it ends, as you say, mate, that famous in space, flying above the earth, making sure all's well, and a wee smile to the camera.
Aye. Leaves you with hope.
So there it goes, folks. Superman 2, obviously 40 years for I thought it was the best thing since sliced bread. Still a great film for its time. You need to fucking keep that in mind, you know what I mean?
Aye.
Same way we have with like Mad Max and They Live and all that kind of stuff.
Aye.
And as you said, Star Wars.
That's it, mate. Aye, like it says, if you showed somebody Star Wars now, they'd be all like that. Aye, and what? That's what I mean. See if I'd have seen maybe this film when I was younger, I'd have probably be like, fucking, that's it, that's the stuff. But
they've probably been like me, fucking tucking towels in the back and flying about the street and all that. When you were wee, it was still an old film. Fuck, 14 years between us, Jesus.
That's what I mean. But it's like, see, like the first superhero film I kind of seen was X-Men. You know what I mean? So, X-Men Blade. You know what I mean? So it's
still got a big gap. Case is for comparison, as they say.
Yeah.
All that said, mate, first episode, series 2, marks out of 10. What you having?
I'll get a noble 7. I'll get a noble 7.
That's because
it's watchable. Watchable, know what I mean? And there is bits that I did like, know what I mean? And for the time it was, and considering I don't really like Superman, so because you sit there and you're like that.
You love
Superman. There's a chance you could lose here, like that.
No, there's not. Superman. Seven's good, mate. I appreciate that. It's a good mark actually for you. I'm giving it an 8. And 10 years ago on my IMDb, I gave it a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? But that was a nostalgia mark.
Aye.
I mean, there are still flaws in it. In the story and bits don't add up. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Roofie Winch, you know what I mean?
Oh, mate, it's like anything, man. You can see your favourite films, you can watch them, and then see now that you're doing this, you're like, but the business is good.
One thing I know, it's the one thing about doing these review things, your favourite films, it can fucking hamper your love for them a wee bit. You know what I mean?
But
maybe no love, just points things out you just choose not to fucking see, but there we go.
That's it.
And if you get a Glaswegianism for it.
That does, mate, again, it was fucking, what is it? Solid cunt.
Oh, solid cunt. Superman 2. Him again. You've just seen him once before.
Oh
Jesus. So I think this went on fucking longer than it was meant to, but there we go, mate. First episode, series 2. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Watch us on YouTube, subscribe, like, share, listen on all the platforms apart from iHeart, which we can't get on because it doesn't support British based stuff and it's the biggest one in America, so it's a bit shite. But it doesn't matter, we're on everything else. And obviously keep in touch with our Twitter page, which Chris runs, or me, God a Pod, on Twitter as well. Not on the Facebook anymore, but we are on Instagram. So, aye, mate. So what are we going to do next week?
Well, since it is the season, I thought we could just oh, no him, but I reckon we'll do Silence of the Lambs.
Yes!
Because I reckon we're going to have a laugh at a scene.
I think, because when we were talking about it earlier on, even I think I said, we're going to do that. Or I must have thought it. So, brilliant choice, mate. I look forward to that. Yep. Get to listen to Goodbye Horses. There we go.
Aye, all week. Need to practice your dance, but.
Aye. So there's no dress up involved. We're just going to have a bit of eyeshadow on and we're going to tuck ourselves in.
I don't know if I've got enough to tuck.
I know. Fuck's sake.
It's getting cold.
Just poke mine back like the drag queens do. Put one of them wee round plasters in it. You get when you get a jab. Round plasters.
Right, man.
Right, mate, I'm going to go.
Yes.
Afternoon time, Jesus.
Yes. Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
You too, buddy. Enjoy.
Yeah. Cheerio, bye, all.
Cheerio, bye.
And action!
disgust me. Grow up.